earliest times, trade had existed between North Africa and the Sudan across the Sahara Desert. Some historians have suggested that this trade started about the 2nd century AD after the Roman occupation of North Africa and the explorations across the Sahara to Negro land. In his book, The History of West Africa, KBC Onwubiko cited that Christopher Fife thinks that this trans-Saharan trade goes back at least 1,000 years before the beginning of our period, perhaps many thousands of years. However, the volume of this trade must have been very small until the introduction of the camel from Asia about the 4th century AD. The use of the camel made trans-Saharan travel much easier and increased the volume of goods transported. Astonishingly, the Sahara Desert itself was not as harsh in the ancient time as it has become today. Evidences of this claim can be traced to the rock art from the Sahara Desert as much as 12,000 years old. The Tassili Niaja, north of Tamarazet in the Algerian desert, the Tibesti Massif in Chad, all these old paintings shows areas which are now in the desert as fertile, rich in animals, which can no longer inhabit these desert areas, such as rhinoceros, buffaloes, hippopotamus, and elephants, among others. It is worthy of note to bear in mind that this era of fertility in the Sahara Desert coincided with the European Ice Age. The Sahara appears to have begun desertifying more rapidly around 3,000 years BC, but there remained strong connections with the Mediterranean until a later point. The trans-Saharan trade involves traveling far distances from tropical Africa through the Sahara Desert to North Africa. Many people and animals lost their lives on their way to the north due to shortage of water, heat, and sandstorms. Talking about the importance of the trade, the Sahara Desert that has been claiming lives and seen as one of the most dreaded routes to ply, and then turned to be a formidable barrier to the people at the time. The Sahara Desert blocked the link to reach North Africa, but as a result of the trade, what was seen as a formidable barrier to communication turned into a bridge, and so linked closely the Sudanese state with North Africa to their mutual enrichment. The word Sudan, meaning the country of the black people, is the given name by the Arabs to the great belt of the Savannah country, stretching from the Atlantic to the Red Sea. The Sahara is the northern boundary, while south of it lies the tropical forest. The trade also attracted the European merchants to North Africa ports, mainly for gold trade. African gold was in immense demand in Europe during the Middle Ages, prior to the discovery of America. Europe highly depended on Africa for its gold supply, and to the people of Europe, Africa was the land of gold, a continent with fabulous riches. The desire to capture this trans-Saharan gold trade from North African middlemen later led to the exploration of West African coast by the Portuguese in the 15th century. In other words, the trans-Saharan trade led to the discovery of West Africa and made it become known to the outside world. The trade came with the religion and culture of Islam, which more than anything influenced the socio-political development of Sudanese empires and states. Although it was not the fate of everyone, and some would resist it strongly. West African rulers who wanted to succeed in the trans-Saharan trade had to develop a complex strategy. On the one hand, they had to be seen as Muslim in order to be able to entice the trans-Saharan traders. And yet at the same time, they had to be able to relate with their traditional religion and practices of their people not related to Islam. The commercial reality contributed to what historians call plural society. A plural society is one in which more than one religion is allowed and tolerated, where people from different religion, race, tribes, and ethnics can mix together freely, and where the ability to respect more than one faith is an important part of the political and social life. This can be seen through the oral accounts of key rulers such as Songhai Keita of Mali, Sumanguru Kante of the ancient Ghana Empire,